May 5th, 2024. Still morning, kind of an overcast, rainy day. I wanted to get down. I had an epiphany. God, every day I learn more than I knew the day before. Um, the idea is as we go into Web3 and the world of dApps, it occurred to me, why can't we use an NFT as an authenticator as a like the user account ID? And more I'm thinking as a systems administrator, I've always one of the first things is like user and password pairs and stuff, right? And having user accounts within a system network, a system, yeah. So what if we can use NFTs? That is to say, I'm thinking for selling our software, our games, our NFTs, our smart contracts, whatever they are, that um well, you need an entry point, a launcher, and we could sell NFTs that's basically what they are. So if you own it's rather than the model where you pay for a software license for the writer to privilege or whatever to use the software. Um, rather buy the NFT, and once you've bought the NFT, it's yours. And we try to isolate it and cut off as much as we can from our being a central point of failure, is a good way to put it. One of the reasons why not to have centralized computing in the 21st century. Um, So, yeah, in 20 years, an idea like this could replace the whole paradigm of using user accounts. I mean, you'd still have a unique identifier. That's something I want to drill down on too. About the time I was getting certified on things like VB, um, there's some limitations. So, so that could be huge. So we don't sell software licenses to our software product. We sell NFTs, and those NFTs have functionality to them. And one of the main ones is to be the key, where a username password would be required. It just, has its address or whatever, which should be unique. And the logic is, in cybersecurity, this could be huge. Oh man, could this be huge for cybersecurity? Because it kind of does away with the danger of having your authenticator hacked. I mean, if somebody gets a hold of your address or your wallet information and somehow gets the information to access your wallet for that NFT, you're screwed anyhow. But that's pretty elaborate, and that cybersecurity dangerous. The most dangerous part of a cybersecurity system? It's the humans. It's why they shred printed paper and stuff these days. And yeah, I saw a lot of it in Tektronix. You know, whole thing. People tend to put their password on a little yellow sticky on the bottom of their keyboard. Is a place to check if you're doing some localized hacking. But I'm not trying to talk about hacking. I'm talking about this idea of you've got an NFT. I mean, there's so many value propositions involved. The good old anonymity. Is that a word? Anonymity. Uh, no spelling bees. Uh, Although I think at one point I could spell supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. So, uh, so we've got this entry point. You've got a key. You bought it. I don't know, $30, $400, $5,000. I don't know how much we sell these NFTs for. Again, whenever we mint something, we'll probably go for scarcity. So again, so kind of as we release a dApp, which is implemented with mock architecture and going for mini services, um, API first, and cloud native with headless applications. There. See, 3 or 4 days ago, I couldn't have done that. Okay, so that's how you get into our dApps. If you got the key, if you own the NFT. Now, yeah, it's all arbitrary until someone makes a decision, right? So, yeah, an NFT. What makes an NFT NF is uniqueness, right? Each one is its own thing. Even if paradigm wise, we should think in terms of, because I like comic book publishing, you know, yeah, in a way, if you publish, say, 10,000 issues or not copies of a particular issue of like a comic book in our discussion, um, well, let's get physical. Um, a printed hard copy comic book, which we won't be making directly. And I don't think we're gonna allow that. We'll keep control. Because you see, if you buy like a Batman comic book, okay, that's a unique item. There's only one of those, even though they may have printed a million of them, and they used to, and probably still do. Um, but that particular copy is unique, right? It's going to weather and age and get damaged and be written on and stuff. That's a very common one. I'm a bottom feeder as far as comic book collecting goes, but it's very common that somebody used to doodle or draw people's phone numbers or whatever, like on the front cover of a comic book that just happened to be there when they were talking on the phone. Um, so you see that a lot, and then the younger kids. Uh, um, would put their name on the front cover in big letters because they own it, right? They wanted to claim it. One of my favorite ones was, I think it was Captain America Comics number 7, and it had written across the top of the cover. Not in bad shape, other than the fact that it was well loved and somebody had claimed it. But it was Kirkpatrick. Now, if you get into psychometry and vibrational ideas, uh, theoretically, that comic book is marked by, I keep thinking a 10-year-old kid, probably a boy, um, but there's a psychic imprint on that item, so that's always kind of interesting. Also, they're ephemera. I love the blood and guts patriotism covers from World War II era. Anyhow, Time to bounce this video.